On today's episode of Aqua Kids,
it's all about dolphin rescue.
So, ready to make a difference?
Building a better planet starts with you.
Aqua Kids, traveling around the world, going where we've never been before, having fun and so much more, learning from our friends of the sea, saving them is up to you and me. Aqua Kids.
Hey everyone, welcome to another great episode of Aqua Kids. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Clark, and we're here with Harbor Branch Oceanographic in Fort Pierce, Florida.
We're going to be learning about dolphin rescue and even monitoring post-intervention with a dolphin calf named Mono. Clark, there are so many dolphins in the wild. How do you think we're going to find him?
Well, I hear Mono has a radio tracking device, and that's going to help us locate his position.
That sounds really neat. It looks like the boat's ready to launch. Want to head out?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay. We're now here with Steve McCulloch with Dolphin Rescue at Harbor Branch. You may remember Steve from a couple weeks ago when we did a simulated dolphin rescue. Steve, what are we doing today?
Today we're looking for a dolphin named Mono. She's a small calf and she's been entangled in fishing line. For 3 times now we've intervened to remove the fishing line from her, and today she's wearing a radio tag, and this equipment is going to help us locate her so we can identify her and check her body condition out, make sure that she's doing okay.
Some pretty fancy equipment. What does it do?
Well, this is actually a high-powered receiver connected to an antenna, and it dials into a specific signal on the VHF radio tag that we've attached to the dolphin's dorsal fin. Each time she surfaces, we'll get a signal. When we get close, the signal will alert us, and then we can visually spot her, and then we move in for with the cameras to get the body conditions shots that we want and observe her behavior. It's called focal follow.
How far away can you pick up the signal?
Well, that depends on a lot of variables, but typically we can pick a good signal up from about a mile away.
What is Mono's home range?
Well, from our photo ID sighting history, we know Mono's home range is almost 30 miles from Sebastian Inlet in the north all the way to Fort Pierce Inlet in the south.
Well, let's get moving.
And before we go, let's make sure all of you have your life vest on, plenty of sunscreen, and it always helps to have a good pair of polarized sunglasses to help you navigate the waters. Make sure you don't run over any of our sea turtles, dolphins, or other marine life. You ready?
Yeah, looks like we're ready.
All right, let's go. So while we're underway, we're going to be listening for that VHF signal from the little tag that Mono's wearing on her dorsal fin. And so we have our receiver here connected to our antenna. And the receiver is going to pick up the signal from the tag that the dolphin is wearing on her dorsal fin. So we have it set to a certain frequency, and to make sure that we don't miss that signal, we're going to let you wear the headphones.
Oh, great.
And you're going to call out if you hear any beep, beep, beep. Because every time the dolphin surfaces, the radio frequency is picked up by the antenna that's connected to the receiver, dialed into the frequency of the tag she's wearing, and you should be able to hear it. And when you do, we'll have the opportunity to go over, watch her for a little bit, photograph her, and make sure she and her mother are both doing okay.
Great.
All right.
All right, how does that sound?
It's like a lot of static.
Okay. Well,
pretty
listen
loud.
for the beep beep, and when we get there, you'll let us know.
All right, I will do that.
Very good. Great job. All right, the first thing we want to do is make sure the receiver is getting a signal. So let's check with Rachel and make sure you got a good signal here.
It's strong.
Very good. All right, now remember, dolphins surface only every 2 or 3 minutes, sometimes more frequently, but they can hold their breath for as long as 2 or 3 minutes. And the only time we get a signal is when the dolphin surfaces and the radio tag antenna is exposed. So we want to keep our antenna moving to make sure that when she surfaces, we pick up the signal. Good job.
Steve, I heard a beep.
Great. Well, let's put the microphone on where everybody can hear it now and take you off the headphones.
Okay.
We'll turn it up. Drew, keep pointing that antenna and we'll see where we get our strongest signal from, but we're in the area and she's close. All right, let's move up under the bridge and try south of the bridge. If we get a good signal there, we'll continue. If not, we'll turn around and come back. This is kind of like hot and cold. looking with a radio frequency, we're looking for the strongest and most consistent signal we can get. And remember, the only time we get a signal is when
They come up.
when the dolphin surfaces for air. There, 12 o'clock, turn to your left a little bit. Pick up speed. Okay, the most important thing we can do now is to look very carefully and make sure we're looking for dorsal fins. If you see one, call it out to Captain Steve, who's on the helm, and we'll navigate closer for a better look.
How many dolphins are in the lagoon?
More than 1,000 dolphins inhabit the Indian River Lagoon, which spans 40% of Florida's east coast.
Coming up next, we find Mono and her mother.
Aqua Kids presents another Aqua Kids pop quiz. This next pop quiz will really take you back, way back. Which is the oldest known fish species? Is it A, the hammerhead shark, B, the chimera, or C, the coelacanth? See if you can get that time machine working, then meet me back here after the break for the answer.
Don't swim away yet.
There's a lot more to come.
So stick around.
Aqua Kids will be right back.